I would like to show you how to solve an equation using your graphing calculator. In this case, it's a trig equation. We are going to find all solutions between 0 and 360 degrees. Keeping in mind that I'm in degrees, I would like to change the mode of my calculator to degrees. You would press mode, and then notice that right now it's in radian mode. So I am going to tab down and to the right and highlight degrees. Now we'll quit out of there. Now, anytime you're solving an equation using the graph function of your calculator, you enter one side of your equation in the y equals button for y1, one of the equations, and the right side in another equation. So let me show you what I mean. Press y equals. You'll notice I have an equation in there I'm going to clear out. So I'm going to enter this one. Sine of x. We're going to use this button, the second down, the second button from the left here. And in parentheses, subtract cosine of x, just like so. Now in our y2, we're going to enter the right side of my equation. So in the first y equation, it's the left side, and the second y equation, it's the right side. Now, anywhere these two curves intersect will give me a solution. So I'm going to quit out of here, and I would like to set up my window in a nice format for degrees. Notice I want between 0 and 360. Our standard window is between -10 and +10, so that's not going to help us very much. Our calculator will give us a good start if you press zoom, and then notice zoom 7 is zoom trig, and it will set up the window pretty nicely for the degrees that you've put in. So press zoom 7. And you can see that it's drawing the first equation, sine of x minus cosine of x. And the next one it will draw is y equals 1. Anywhere those two curves intersect, I'm going to have a solution. Now, notice that my constraint is between 0 and 360, so I'm going to adjust my window just a bit. So we'll press window, and then I would like my x minimum not to be much lower than 0, and for sure to go higher than 360. So let's change this so that it's between 0 and the 495, and press graph again. And here it's drawing my curve, sine of x minus cosine of x. Next it will graph y equals 1. And my solutions will be here, here, and here. So to find where these curves intersect, you would press second, calc, or trace. And you'll notice that option 5 is intersect. That's what I'd like to find. It's asking me, is that the first curve that you would like to find intersection points for? Yeah, I could enter in up to 6 equations. I only have 2 right now, so it will pop from the one I want to the other one I want. So I'm going to say yes, that's the first curve. Is this the second curve? Yes, I want to know where those two curves intersect. Now it asks me to guess. The reason it asks me to guess is because there are multiple locations for answers. So I am going to tab over to the first location here, and I'll press enter. And you'll notice, sure enough, x equals 90 is one of my solutions. So that's the first one. I'll find the second one over here. So again, I go through the same process. Second, trace. I would like the intersection between those two curves, option 5. Is that my first curve? Yes, it is. Is that the second curve? Yes, it is. And then I have to guess. Let me guess over here and see what I get. So 180 is my next solution. So far I have 90 and 180 as solutions. Let's check to see where this point is. So let's do our same process again. Second, trace. and I want the intersection between those two curves. Yes, that's the first curve. Yes, that's my second curve. And again, we'll guess. And my next intersection point is at 450 degrees. So that's not a solution because I only want answers between 0 and 360 degrees. So my solutions are 90 degrees and 180 degrees.